why don't we get into Kung Fu Portwood clapping back against her Teen Mom co-star Ashley Jones for dragging her and just chewing her up and spitting her out on social media the other day. For those who did not see, Ashley, she really let Amber have it. She said that Amber was a deadbeat. Amber was nothing but a troll, her daughter's online bully who never leaves her couch. And so Amber, for the first time in I cannot even tell you how long, decided to get her behind off the couch to film a video to respond to Ashley. Take a look, you guys. I'm going to be sharing your comments from the live chat on the screen. So go ahead, continue sending them. And if you're watching the playback as part of my playback posse, we'll get to you in the comment section, okay? Here goes.
Love bug. That's crazy how things get around. I'm good, sweetie. Amber, I'm doing real good, hun. Just thought I would say hi to you guys from the couch. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is from the couch, you know? Over here just doing some things. My friend is over here working on the boat. Yeah, we're having a good time, guys. Yeah, heard a lot. Heard a lot today, guys. Heard a lot. But not too much, because it was from... He wouldn't tell me too much. Angel, hi, babe. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, I didn't even put one up there. Thank you. They are haters for real. Amber, oh my gosh. What is going on? You guys, I haven't talked about anybody on this show, but everybody's got something to say about me, which is the craziest thing. You're going to make me look crazy. Come on here. Talk to my mamas and my friends and my sweethearts and look crazy like this. I'm trying to relax, you guys. I'm living rent-free in their heads all day, apparently. Let them yap. Exactly. Even Kate, I felt like overstepped. Listen, me, Kate, we talked at least. That's what we do. Remember I told you guys it was different the other day. Me, Kate, Mace, we usually will text each other, something like that. Listen to
So there you go, you guys. Amber, she honestly, that one hit her hard because the fact that she full blown went outside, and y'all know that is something that Amber does not like to do, but she went outside because of that one video. When she's been, hit with these jokes for years, like that lets you know just how hard this hit her this time around, that she actually full blown went to, where did she go? To her backyard. That's the thing I do not understand about some of these people. It's the fact that they've got all this money, they've got all this time, right? And they don't do anything and they don't go anywhere. And Amber especially, because here's the thing, Amber does not have children to be taken care of, right? Like the custody of her children are with their respective fathers. So this woman could be, I don't know, earning a degree. She could be working some kind of traditional job or a part-time job. She could be learning new languages. She could be picking up hobbies, playing tennis, pickleball, golfing, something, learning how to play an instrument. There's so many things this woman can be doing, being part of a run club, going to the gym, doing something, anything. And she just chooses to do nothing day in and free range day in and day out. Like, how crazy is that? Like, I feel like if I had that kind of money and freedom, oh my God, I would just be out there doing anything and everything, passing the time in complete bliss, But all she does is just sit out there, bully her daughter on TikTok, right? Deny her daughter's trauma. And then on top of that, she lip syncs or whatever to like these random songs. And then I think she was talking about she was studying something online, but that lasted a month or two or something like that. And then she was trying to learn like this language, but it wasn't even a language that people really, what was it, Pig Latin? Or was it like Old Latin or something like that? I'm so fascinated by it. Golden Soul says, Amber went outside just to turn around and go back to the couch when she was finished. You know it. She did not go far. That woman was in her own backyard. She wasn't like, I'm so fascinated by it. She could be like Gary, right? Gary, he's like, canning his tomatoes or selling his tomatoes, his eggs at a farmer's market, like something. Do something, anything, right? And I feel like that would do wonders for her mental health as well, right? And, to Tatiana's point, which is, what is she going to do with her money? It does not look like her time on the show is all that cemented, right? I think that for Amber, especially with her not having custody of these children, Leah not being on speaking terms, like, I think if we are to continue with another season of Teen Mom Next Chapter, she might be out. She might be replaced with somebody else. So what is she going to do for money without any kind of job history, without any kind of discernible skills? I know she tried to launch like her online boutique or whatever, but that didn't pan out either, right? So I really, really hope that she kind of, sees the writing on the wall. It is fantastic that she bought her home 100% cash, right? So that's really good. Her expenses are what? Maybe HOA if it's a gated community, maybe, well, definitely property tax, but that's relatively low compared to, how much she's been making and whatnot, but she's still going to need to bring in some kind of money, right? So I think she needs to think a little bit harder about what to do for this next chapter, pun intended, of her life, because this is not looking good. It's not, right? And like you guys say, in this video and in the majority of the content that she puts out there, she seems to be a little bit off, right? So I hope that that's something that she's able to kind of manage, get in check moving forward as well, because for now, it's feasible for her to sit around at home all day and whatnot because she is bringing in that teen mom money. Wouldn't it be, especially because Isaac from Teen Mom 2, he does these reaction videos in sign language because that's his passion, sign language. Like he did Joe telling Kale that it's a beautiful day, but she doesn't deserve to enjoy it. She should be in a cave. Can you imagine Leah reacting to this sort of thing? Oh my goodness gracious, right? So I don't know. Honestly, listen, Amber's not my favorite person, but I really do hope that she is playing smart with her money. Put it somewhere so that you will be okay when the show ends, because the writing is on the wall. It's not lasting that much longer. You guys were cutting up in the comments section, by the way, of this. And listen, I follow Teen Mom Shade Room and I love Teen Mom Shade Room. So shout out to them for the video. It says that I don't follow them here because I was looking on my burner account. Y'all know, ladies, y'all know sometimes you need to have a burner account to check some things out. So that's what I was logged into on my desktop. So anyway, y'all were cutting up in the comments. Somebody said, shout out to Ashley for getting Amber off the couch. Indeed. Someone else said, she off that couch, LMAO. That ish hurt her feelings. I don't care. Somebody else said Ashley got her off the couch. Ashley 1, Amber 0. And then the final comment said that y'all know Amber went straight back in the house. And listen, these comments exactly mirror exactly what it is that you guys say. We've been watching Amber on this show for 16, 17 years. We know she's not staying outside for long. We already know that, right? So God bless. Amber, please get it together, girl. And my favorite part of Ashley dragging her was when Ashley, what did Ashley say that was so funny to me? Ashley said, oh, you need to start seeing an adult psychiatrist. You got to stop seeing a child psychiatrist. When are you going to see a psychiatrist for adults? You're pushing 40 or something like that. That was too damn funny. Honestly, shout out to you, Ashley, for getting this woman off of the couch. Now, listen, we're going to do some back-to-back Teen Mom stories because I know how y'all love to get them all there together. And I think there's someone in here named Crystal something. Crystal, are you still here, boo? Listen, do you hear me typing? Because those are your timestamps. Because Crystal's always on me for not putting the timestamps. What I typically like to do is break up the videos and re-upload them individually because I get distracted by all the things happening at the same time when I'm streaming live. But for you, Crystal Boo, I'm putting the timestamps, okay? By the way, you guys, if you find yourselves enjoying today's episode of The Morning Report, please don't hesitate to go ahead and give it a thumbs up so YouTube knows that you enjoy my content, and subscribe so you could be able to comment as well, because this feed is subscriber only, okay? So next up in the Teen Mom universe, we are going to talk about Javi Lauren and his long-suffering, now wife, Lauren Como. The two of them, they moved to Virginia Beach. Listen, this is one woman I will never understand. I still do not get it. What is it about Javi that makes you want, anyway, they got married and they've moved to Virginia Beach, right? For his military stuff. He's been posted over there. And the U.S. Sun managed to get some information on their new home. So take a look at it. This is their new home. It's not all of this. It's not like this massive mansion, right? However, it's one of these. It's a row house over there in Virginia Beach. And according to property records, they paid $570,000 for a 1,983 square foot home. And they actually just purchased it 2 weeks ago on May 15th. The townhome has a fully tiled first floor with a large bedroom that has access to a full bathroom and private patio. And it's also in a really good location, just a couple of steps away from restaurants, the beach, shopping as well. And so I think that's probably like the biggest kind of like selling point to them all. I would love as well to be next to a beach or something like that within walking distance. That is absolutely incredible. And both of their names are listed on the deed. Thank God. And I gotta say, listen, to me, it's crazy how expensive this like row house is, considering the size of the homes that they were purchasing in Delaware. Like in Delaware, like Javi when he was with Kale, then when he was with Lauren at first, like they were purchasing these big homes for like the 200K region, right? 250K. And they were buying these huge homes with like these huge gardens and whatnot, right? Like they were living it up. So it is really crazy how all of that kind of changes depending on the location, right? And they had so much land as well for the kids to run around, play soccer, for them to have a pool, all of this cool stuff, right? But now they get a full-blown beach. So that's exciting. And now they get to be able to walk to restaurants and whatnot. I gotta be honest, like being able to live in a townhouse, steps away from like center town or whatever, and all these amenities and whatnot, I think it's a pretty fair trade-off, right? I think that you still have a backyard. It might not be as massive as a backyard with a single family home. However, I think even for the kids socially and whatnot, like this might be something that's like cool for this new chapter of them. It's something that they're not used to. And so it must be really exciting for them to be able to kind of like try this new kind of lifestyle out. Michelle says it's a ripoff though. Listen, I gotta say, I'm shocked, y'all. I am shocked based off of what they were getting in Delaware. And Lex says, I don't know why he doesn't live on a base for free if he has to. Well, that's the thing. Lauren had addressed this when they first announced their marriage or whatever. I forgot exactly what the reasoning was, but that is something that came up. And she said, she explained it all. I'll have to go back and find the video on it, because I do know that I did slice it up after doing a morning report, but this would have been, when did they get married? About a month ago or something like that? I'll have to go back and find that information for you guys. I can't remember the details as to why. Maybe they gave them like a credit towards the down payment of this or something. Well, actually, don't military people get to purchase properties without a down payment? Like, isn't that like a perk? Maybe they got access to that or something. I'm not sure, right? Kate says, I moved from the boonies to a small lake town nearby and my kids love it. How amazing to live on a lake. Isn't that incredible? I have this one friend who lives on a lake with a boat, and then they've built this like beautiful garden. They've got ducks, chickens, dogs. Like that to me seems like paradise right now. So I think that's a really, really beautiful, cool, exciting move. Allie says, Grace, this is exactly how the U.S. real estate is. I could live in Indiana, but gross and have a big house, right? Like, it's so crazy how like location changes everything, right? Yes, no down payment for them. So maybe that was the big thing, right? To be able to purchase a house of that size. Now, I kind of want to circle back, you guys. Listen, sometimes I ask you questions and then maybe you respond to me and I don't see your response or something. So sorry that I have to ask twice sometimes, because Sky and somebody else had brought up Tyler's messages being leaked. I am currently not aware of this. So like on this side, I'm like looking around trying to see if I can get information on it. But this is not something I'm aware of. So apparently his messages are worse than what Caitlyn was sending. Oh God. Oh God. And you know, it's so crazy because when I was doing the story about Caitlyn and her inappropriate messages, right, to the person she thought was a minor, I said, listen, this is not smart, but thank God, right? Thank God that at least they were smart enough not to have Tyler sending these messages to a minor. And now y'all are telling me that they weren't smart enough not to have Tyler sending those messages. Y'all, we might need to do some kind of emergency live stream after this when I manage to track down these text messages, because that is absolutely insane. I've got to say that I'm incredibly disappointed to hear that that might have been the case. Like, I'm rooting for you guys. I've been rooting for y'all. What are you doing? You're embarrassing me. Anyway, why don't we get into our next story? And by the way, shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for putting me on game. I had no clue about that.